Alright, we're group 11. We're designing an iPhone game controller. I'm Anthony Paula. This is Jason Hooks, Mark Parsons, Mark Pitts, and Jonathan Kyle.
This is our problem statement from last semester. We wanted to make a controller for the iPhone. The technology with the touch screens is coming a long way. We felt that a game controller could open up this technology a little bit better to more advanced programs, particularly games, but also some accessibility problems that people might have with the touchscreens.
This is the actual controller hardware, and we have two PSP style joysticks, 4 face buttons, a D-pad on the left, and it plugs into the serial port of a computer because we couldn't actually get a license from Apple to get the hardware working, so we just have it set up on the computer. Yeah, as I mentioned, we use the PSP joysticks, and they don't protrude, and they're really nice and easy to use.
Okay, so here's a diagram of the controller hardware. We use the heart of the device is an Arduino processor, which is it's a favorite of hobbyists because it's very simple to write in. The Arduino software is kind of like a Java base, so you get to use just like C-style coding instead of having to learn assembly. And it's got a lot of built-in functionality to save you time. But the buttons are active low, so normally they sit high. When you press them, they send a low signal. The two joysticks, each one takes a 5-volt power source, and the X and Y axes send a signal back just as an ABC signal. They're like basically a potentiometer.
From the software standpoint of our project, we wanted to be able to develop games and any kind of applicant that could really, truly show what our controller could do. The best way to do that was with various types of games that we wanted to create. Anybody that's done any programming for the iPhone or the Mac knows that you have to have a Mac to program for the iPhone. That's all done using Xcode, which is a free software or free coding tool that you can download from the Mac. All iPhone development is done in Objective-C. You may use a select few of other languages just in small parts, but the main bulk of the code has to be in Objective-C. So coming into the project, none of us knew Objective-C or had used work with it before, but we all learned Objective-C. And in addition to that, the Cocos 2D and Chipmunk libraries, which are used very predominantly in 2D games for the iPhone, were of immense help when coding our games for the test controller. And at first, we did do all of our testing in the iPhone Simulator, which is a free download for the Mac. It's an exact replica of the iPhone that you can run all of your apps in on the Mac. But recently, we did get all the apps onto the iPhone and go and test those. And they all work as planned. We'll go into in a couple minutes. With any project, there are obviously going to be obstacles. If everything had gone ideally according to what we wanted to do, we would have applied for the Made for iPhone iPod Touch license for Apple, would have gotten that sent out, gotten everything we needed, and gotten everything squared away. However, we needed legal counsel from the university, since that is who we were getting our funding from. So we applied to have the license application sent in January. However, due to many obstacles that were very unforeseeable, it didn't actually get sent out until about a month ago. And then we were actually rejected from Apple. So we did not get the Made for iPhone license, which was a major setback for us. And their reasoning behind that was they did not want to let a student group develop any kind of hardware for their product. And shortly after that, they just so happened to patent an iPhone gaming controller design that was basically just like ours. We like to think it was a coincidence, but after we got denied, we looked into doing it without the official made for iPhone, I apologize, license through Apple. We had the mindset that we could use the jailbreak method, which essentially lets us have more control over the iPhone and its settings than what Apple would generally give you. However, it did not work out any way like we thought. It was kind of made out to be a magic fix from things that we had heard and that we were led to believe. However, that was definitely.
So we tried to use this jailbreak method to integrate our controller in our games. We were unable to accomplish that due to various limitations. And then to compensate, because our project revolved around this controller and we were unable to fully integrate it with the phone, although we did make the controller, we replaced, part of our project was to develop an API as part of an SDK for the controller to aid developers in using our controller. And we replaced that with more games. And then our games, we have some right now that integrate with the controller, and the rest that are on the iPhone like it is, the non-jailbroken iPhones, they will have a simulated joystick, just buttons on the screen that look and appear to be sort of like a joystick. And then that control scheme will be in place in case in the future that the games can be integrated with a control stick or a game controller of some sort.
And we did have to develop a couple games in what's called processing language. It was a language that was accessible through the Arduino board, so we could actually interface with our controller.